All right, hello folks. My name is Josh, and I'm going to be walking us through a strumming tutorial. And if you have just started playing guitar, or maybe you've been playing guitar for a while, and you just find yourself having some difficulty strumming, hopefully this video series will help. I'm going to begin talking about the first strum that most people do, which is just all down strumming. And just want to talk a little bit about whatever hand you're going to use to strum. I use my right hand to strum. Your hand is only going to move in a couple of different directions. It's going to move down or it's going to move up. And those are the two basic directions. However, when you strum, your hand is also going to move in a lateral way. It's going to move away from the guitar and it's going to move towards the guitar. And as strumming patterns become more complex, the understanding of that motion is really important because it will help you play smoother and more accurately and with better rhythm. And so let's begin with just dealing with the down strum. Now, there are no really right ways to strum the guitar. There are different ways that have different effects. And I'm a big fan of possibilities, and if what is working for you is working, then fantastic. If it's not, then perhaps you should change it to have a different kind of outcome. So here is a way you could potentially strum the guitar. You could use your thumb, and you could just strum down on the guitar, like so. You could also use your fingers. Now I'm using my nails, the top part here, and I'm just gonna kind of let my hand explode open like that. And that's another way. There's a slight shift in my wrist to give that, but it's not really coming from my elbow. Like I'm not really doing this. You can do that, but you don't have to. You can just like that. And you can have a very effective strum. You may also want to hold a guitar pick. And when I hold a guitar pick, I hold it with my fingers open like so, and I strum like that. Now, some people will hold a guitar pick with their fists closed, and they'll strum like that. That, for me, is very unnatural feeling. I do not like it, and it gets in the way of other kinds of techniques I do. Other people hold a guitar pick kind of like between their thumb and finger like that, and they'll see that strumming technique as well. If it works for you, fantastic. Let's get back to strumming. So, hands lightly over the strings so you get kind of a click sound when you strum. And we're just going to strum all down to a 4/4 time. So like a 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's pretty important that when you're on those numbers, the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4 of the beat, that your strum is down. Okay? So we're going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your arm is just strumming down. You could have a beat of some kind, that could play behind you just to, give you feel like maybe you're making music, but you're just strumming. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not speeding up, you're not slowing down, you're just strumming. All right, and let's stop. Now, let's add a chord to that. Let's add an E major chord. If you're not sure how to play E major, probably should figure that out and then come back to this video. But basically we're going to be playing E, and I'm going to change from E to A. And you might notice that when I'm playing A, I'm using my middle, ring, and pinky fingers to do it, not my index, middle, and ring. You can do it however you want. This way I don't have to pick up my index finger playing the E if I don't want to, or playing this G sharp right here if I don't want to. All right, so we're going to play each chord for 8 beats. And I'm going to play E for 8 and then A for 8 and back around. So 1, 2, 3, and E. 7, 8, and A. was just a simple down strum using the chords E and A. You could do this with any two chords. I actually recommend doing that so that you can get good at strumming for all chords. All right. Now, when I was strumming the E chord, I was strumming all 6 strings. When I strum the A chord, I strum from the 5th string down, or the A string down. Now, it's not called the A string because of the A chord. It's called the A string because the note open is an A. And if you didn't know that, you should probably watch my video about learning the notes on the guitar neck. All right, now, when we want to dress up our strum a little bit, we can still strum down, but instead of strumming the whole guitar, we're going to play the bass note of the chord, E, and then I'm going to play the higher part of the chord for the rest of it. So it'll be like, and I'll alternate. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when I switch to A, I'm going to play the A bass note here, and I'm going to strum the higher part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and E. All right? So let's do that together. Just doing bass and then the high part. So it's like bass after beat or something like that. Kick and snare, however you want to think about it, it's low and then high. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, and A. And E. Then A. Now you might be like, well, I don't use a pick. How do I do this with my fingers, right? So I'll just drop my pick here, and I'm going to use my thumb to do this. Here we go, and thumb. And then we go to A. You do not have to do what I just did. E. I was just trying to show a way to go. Now, you might not use your thumb. You might want to just use your fingers. I'll do that next. So, fingers. To A, then back, E, then A, then E, one more A, and then let's call it A, E, all right? Now, another thing that you can do when you're strumming to add a little bit more nuance, a little bit more flavor, this is all just down strumming, is you could mute. Now, what do I mean by muting? By muting, I mean I'm going to take my palm and I'm going to rest it against the bridge of the guitar. Now, listen to this sound. I'm going to start kind of up here, and I'm just going to start picking. The closer I get, that's open, that's muted. All right? And so I'm going to play my chords, all down strums, using mute. And then I'm going to change to A. Now that's just with my thumb. All right? If I want to do that with my fingers, it's a little trickier. What I like to do is that. Right? Flapping my hand open and close doesn't really give me the results I want, but this does. It's like I'm holding a guitar pick and I'm using my fingernail. All right, so these are all downstrokes. Now you could alternate. That bass afterbeat thing. These are all possibilities. All right, whatever song you're playing, you could dress up the strum a little bit just by doing things like this. All right. Now remember how at the beginning I talked about how your hand can only move in 2 directions. You're going down and up, and then I said, oh, but sometimes you move your hand closer and sometimes you move your hand further away. When you're muting, your hand is really close to the guitar. but you're still, every time you strum up, missing the strings. That's pretty important. And remember how when I talked about your numbers being on beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, or if you're in 3/4 time, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, like that kind of thing. Okay? Then you want your strum, that downbeat, that down strum, to be on those big numbers. All right? If you have difficulty strumming the guitar, starting there will be really, really helpful to you. Just putting that down strum on all of the beats. Okay? So play along with this video, pick some other chords, put a beat for yourself, play slower, play faster, whatever you need to do, but practice strumming just down. Do the whole guitar, do the bass, and then followed by the treble-y part of the guitar, the bass and then the high part, like that. Try muting, okay? Do it, all right? Next video will be about up and down strumming, all right? See you next time.